for another hockey night in Brownstown. I'm Larry Nader with Mark McKenzie from the Icebox Sports Center in Brownstown, Michigan, with the Brownstown Bombers taking on the Michigan Stars tonight. Brownstown Bombers coming off a two-game losing streak after picking up 3 points in 2 games, Mark. And Michigan coming in on a little bit of a slump themselves and losing last night in the shootout to Detroit 8-7.
Yeah, Bombers didn't have a particularly good weekend. It did start well in Toledo with a 3-2 win on the road. Saturday night, they just made even though they outplayed Detroit, outshot them, they made a few too many mistakes and gave up some easy goals that cost them a victory. Sunday, they just didn't show up to play, plain and simple.
I know that Coach Borlow's statement on the article that was done for the game was power outage, complete. And
totally complete. Everything was out.
Hey, we got one new player in the lineup tonight, goaltender Anthony Lukow. Anthony's been kind of practicing with the team for a little bit, but he was just waived this week by Detroit and picked up by the Bombers after Bombers released goaltender Chris Larson to make room for him.
Yeah, one thing you can count on with Junior A hockey is there's going to be player movement nearly every week. Guys moving up, moving out. There are a number of teams making changes this week.
The first start of the year for Lukow. Let's see how he does here. He's got a 1-on-none and scores. So the Stars quickly on the board as Dustin Fisher was able to get in behind the Bombers defense and managed to score on the first or second shot. I believe that was the first shot on Mr. Lukow, but that's a tough one. You got a guy breaking in like you on that. They are on that, and Fisher is definitely he could be a sniper when he needs to.
Yeah, he's definitely a goal scorer. Defensive laps. Yep, defensive laps. Let him get behind him, and let the Stars get off to the early lead. Bombers digging themselves another hole.
Less than a minute into the game, and the Bombers already trailing 1-0. And this. Get the official call here. So Vemistrov and Leach pick up the assist on that goal. And like we were saying, though, it's only a 1-0 game at this point, but definitely you can't keep letting yourself get in these early holes. And even though it's still early in the season, you are starting to see a little bit of a separation happening in the standings. Detroit and New Jersey's been on top of their game from the beginning. Detroit's finally getting their game, and they're starting to pull away just slightly from the pack. And this is where games that you lose now can hurt you come March.
Right. The New Jersey Moose taking a great advantage of that early schedule that has them at home and everybody making the long trip in. But, over the course of the season, that all balances out. They're going to have a couple of weeks of travel and should bring them back to the rest of the league at that point.
Josh X in that for the Michigan Stars, and Josh doing a good job to kick away that last shot. And Lukow making the save at the other end, holding on to the puck, and will have the face-off to his right. Minute 55 gone in the first. And the Stars up 1-0 here at the Icebox Sports Center. Some other recent moves this week. Bobby Kukulka officially picked up by the Toledo Wolves. He was waived by Detroit, and Bobby's been up in the North American League playing with the Toledo Ice Diggers, so it would make sense for his CEHL rights to go to Toledo. And Toledo also signing Jonathan Webb from Austin, Texas this week. The play's on deep into the Bomber zone right now as the Stars just knock it over the line. And we got Pat Sanzek with it. Unable to clear it. It's kept in. Bombers doing a good job at the point to keep the puck in. It's along the boards now, and Engelland's moving it up. Kinghorn just takes the puck and dumps it in, just to the left or right of the goaltender. Bombers looking to regroup, and another defensive mistake almost proved costly. DiMaggio having a rough time this morning, or this afternoon, seeing this puck.
Yeah, blind backhand passes in your own zone are usually not a good idea, and that one nearly ended up in the net again.
We got a slight break in the action. Want to remind you of some upcoming games here at the Icebox Sports Center, November 15th. The same Michigan Stars are back in town for a Saturday game at 7 p.m. November 16th, Sunday, 3 p.m. start, the Metro Moose. Sundays, big days for the kids, always autograph days every Sunday here. Your players that aren't dressed will be available throughout the game to sign autographs, and the complete team available following the game. Ticket prices to all Bombers games are $7 for adults, $5 for students and seniors. You pick up your tickets at the Icebox Sports Center or by calling 734-676-5500. Aaron Jakubowski, a little slow getting up, checked out by the trainer, and he's okay. He's back on the bench. And I tell you, you talk about a family of some tough players, and I don't mean necessarily tough physically, even though they are. I mean tough as far as what they can withstand and still stay in the game.
Yeah, they take a lot of hits. They play with a lot of enthusiasm, all aggressive players, and that sometimes leads you to get nicked up a little more, but it's hard to get them out of the game.
Trevor Linden along the boards, unable to play the puck. Bombers keep possession, though. Take it back in their own zone, looking to regroup. Michigan doing a good job of giving chase, and they have the puck out at center ice. Puck just dumped in now. Oh, bad bounce. Bad bounce behind the boards. I think Lukow and everybody else thought that was going to catch the back of the net and go around, and came right out in front, almost dangerous. Linden again with it now, just dumps it over the line and back behind the net. X plays it up. Linden and Veppe playing in their third games now with the Bombers. As we talked the last game, obviously a great couple players that the Bombers seemed to pick up. They were right in the fray of everything. They didn't seem to have the lacking on their timing at all.
You know, Lucas is new to North American. Just his first season here. He played a few games with the River City Lancers before coming to the Bombers. So he's having a little bit of adjustment problems here, but you can definitely see the skills that he has. He's going to be a player and an excellent player. And Trevor Linden, an experienced junior player from, of all places, Vancouver, British Columbia. Sounds like another guy that I've heard that plays hockey out there. Now, if he could just get us, a guy named Bertuzzi and maybe Marcus Naslin, we'd be all right.
To change the name to the Junior Canucks. Bombers managed to get the puck off the faceoff. Looking for a little room to try to clear it off the glass, and it's down the ice. Johnson giving chase, touching the puck for a faceoff, and the puck will come right back down exactly where it was the last time, a few seconds ago. We'll keep the faceoff to the left of Mr. Lukow. Steve Tallman, our referee for tonight. Linesman Rob Peters in to drop the puck. Troop now with it. Troop looking to skate it out. Doing a good job. Takes it in himself. Dumps it towards the side of the net. A little bit wide on the short side. Back down the ice and Rennie Ford giving chase. Bombers doing a good job right now to tap the puck up the ice, and Troop with it again. Unable to thread it through to his intended target.
Boy, can't seem to get the puck through all those bodies out there.
Stars doing a good job of putting the pressure up front on the Bombers right now and not giving them a whole lot of room to make that play. Puck skips over Lukow's stick behind the net. Dimitrov just shoots it, turns and shoots it towards the net. Not too dangerous of a play, a little bit of a bounce. And Lukow holds on for the faceoff. So 5:22 gone in the first. Stars still leading 1-0. Bombers do a good job of wrapping it around and getting it down the ice. Merlo just tips it at center ice for the Stars, all the way down into the Bomber zone, giving it chase. And Nate Jakubowski doing a good job of tying him up. Back cross now, and the Bombers coming back with Kula. Sorry, Senek. I got to get used to Senek being on the team.
Big boy.
Senek again just tips it off his stick and gets it over the blue line. Merlot coming back now for the Stars. He fires a nice shot, gloved off to the breadbasket. The whole key is definitely going to be that the Bombers, and the one thing that the Bombers haven't been doing in the last few games where they've struggled is they're not sticking to the game plan. Tom Boileau's game plan is definitely a defensive type game. You play that, especially if you got a team that's a little speedier, a little craftier like Detroit. You got to be able to play a good trap on them and not give them those opportunities, and they just weren't doing that.
Right, we've had too many of the small breakdowns that turn into big goals. You know, like last Saturday when they really played fairly well against Detroit, but made enough mistakes that it put them into trouble. And every one of those mistakes ends up in the net. So that's what they've got to work on. They've got to play 60 solid minutes of hockey, as they did Friday night against Toledo, and came away with a real nice road win. And then just the weekend deteriorated from there.
So we got our first penalty of the night. It's going to be going to the Stars. I believe that's Justin Lopez in the box.
First penalty number 35.
Delay of game that was on X, and it is Lopez that's sitting it. But it was Josh X, the goaltender. That's really a hard name to put that SH at the end of the first name and not put it after the second name. X doing a good job in net for the Stars. A little bit of a mistake there as he tried to clear it and sent it over the glass. Marasco now leaves it for Nate Jakubowski, sends it up to brother Aaron, who just probably, it looked like he might have had that back skate up as he went to touch the puck over the blue line. So linesman Tallman will bring the puck back out near the center ice line, and Bombers still looking to get some sort of sustained pressure, especially on the power play. They really need to get their special teams clicking again.
Yeah, it's important in an early power play like this to get something set up, get moving, can get your offense in gear for the game, which have, so far been a little choppy. The one big mistake by the Bombers, and here they come back 3-on-1.
Crowley doing a good job. There it goes. And, great save by Lukau. Lukau definitely saving a goal there. It's once again a slide by Marasco, and didn't play the puck and allowed the shooter to be able to take that puck and draw it back to his forehand and was able to get that shot off, and Lukau had to be fast.
Yeah, the big save at this end, and it, as they normally do, they immediately sprung the Bombers for a nice rush at the other end. Good shot by Nate Jakubowski.
48 seconds remaining in this power play advantage, and the Bombers with one shot so far. Stars just shoot it down the ice. Lukau comes up and settles it. Langlois picks it up, takes it behind his own net. 27 seconds remaining, and here come the Bombers. Beppe now. Beppe with a little burst of speed, dragging it across. Good job by Beppe to be able to pull that away from the defender and come back across the slot with it. Didn't get a whole lot off on the shot, but he did manage to put it towards the net. Big Brian Senek just swats at the puck and knocks it in. Beppe giving chase now behind the Stars net. Two Stars players on him. Senek comes in to try to even the score. Pat Senek just sends it back out all the way down the ice, and Bombers once again another defensive lapse. Justin Lopez almost with a good opportunity to score there. Stars coming back the other way now with the puck. Merlot skates it over the blue line. Merlot take it himself. Loses it. And the Bombers manage to bring it back the other way. Troop taking it in. Troop unable to send it across the slot. Nate Jakubowski picks it up though.
Hello. Nice try by Ford.
Bombers still not getting a lot of pressure directly on the goalie, but they are at least able to set
They're
up.
starting to win the
now.
territorial battles there. And
Exactly.
that's what they need to do. Start using their speed, which is their big advantage.
Rennie Ford with the puck. Rennie Ford looking. Sends it out.
Score!
Net. Marasco evens the score. Even strength goal at 10:15 of the first. And Chris Marasco, a good job at the side of the net to pick up that puck and nail it.
Nice play. Good pass coming out of the corner. Marasco alone in front. Made the Stars pay on that one. Get the Bombers back even. You see the offense starting to click a little bit.
Marasco with his third goal of the year. Big goal there for the Bombers, especially after having a little bit of trouble on the power play. Coming back and getting the sustained pressure as we were talking about just a few seconds prior to that goal. And it paid off as Rennie Ford from the corner on the goal line skating the puck over and set up Marasco for that goal.
Yeah, even though they didn't score on the power play.
So Ford and Jakubowski pick up those assists on the Marasco goal, and we have a tie game.
As you say, what happens a lot is a team that will come out and they'll have a power play, and then the next shift they score. They get things cranking, they get the other team back on their heels a little bit. You see it a lot that immediately the most dangerous period is right after a penalty, and that's just what the Bombers they started getting something going. Despite not getting a lot of shots, they were winning the territorial battles, getting things going, and then it results in an even strength goal.
Go again with another opportunity as Wazola sets up Senek, who takes a weak shot, but a shot on net. X having to make the save. Rod Johnson behind the net for the Stars. Adam Jakubowski leaves the puck for Kyle DiMaggio. Rod Johnson with it again. Johnson manages to play it up. And it's down the ice, and Vermistrov picks it up, but he is a step offside.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like he took the earlier train. He was a couple strides over.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't expecting that puck to come off the boards as slow as it did. Good thing for the Bombers. He definitely had that puck came off strong. He had a good opportunity for a breakaway. Federo takes the face-off for the Bombers. Stars have the puck. Play it in behind the net. Langlois wraps it around. Stars unable to keep it in. Shoot it back in again. Koya Schneider playing it off the glass. Lukasz Vepi.
Nice pass. Only got a little bouncer, but a nice passing play there between Federo and Aaron Jakubowski and Vepi.
Yeah, that line seems to be starting to work pretty well. Vepi seems to be fitting right into it. Federo again for the face-off. And the Stars, Josh Streets taking it over the blue line. Losing it in a skate cell. Lukau had to glove that off as Jared Frey just dumped it towards the net.
Stars return to the Xbox for a 7 p.m. game. Admission is $7 for adults and $5 for students and seniors. Help support
Other Bombers games coming up besides the two we mentioned earlier. Friday, November 28th, 7 p.m. And Sunday, November 30th, 3 p.m. Both against the Metro Moose as well. Exciting games coming up, especially three games there in a row at home against the Metro Moose, who definitely are starting to show themselves as the premier team of this league early on.
Yeah, we'll see how the Moose do when now they've got to start doing some extended traveling. The one thing that all the teams have talked about is that that first game in New Jersey, they have no leg. That brutal 12 to 14 hour bus ride.
Yeah, it's definitely rough. Definitely rough travel. You don't get a chance to get a good rest on the bus. And you get in and you maybe get to pick up a couple hours sleep before you have to be at the rink.
Right, if you look at the scores and the teams that have gone to New Jersey, the first game, they're getting hammered pretty good. The Sunday afternoon games all much, much closer because the teams get a night of rest. But that's part of the game, and New Jersey has to do the same thing when they come here, so it'll all even out over the course of time. But right now, the schedule's in their favor. They've had a lot of home games. We'll see if we can bring them back down to the rest of the league.
Well, as the league continues to grow next year, and we look at bringing in other teams in between here and New Jersey, that'll help break up that trip a little bit.
Yeah.
Turn it to a couple of short trips as opposed to one long one.
Right. Yeah, if you're playing Traverse City on Friday and New Jersey on Saturday, it's a long, long ride.
The Stars now Johnson skating it over the blue line, fires a shot wide. Senekis plays it off the boards, gets it back over to neutral ice. Stars trying to shoot it back in, and Bombers doing a good job to keep it out. Johnson does manage to get it in. Goring with it at the point. Goring with a shot deflected wide. Here comes the Bombers. DiMaggio just plays it off the boards, wraps it around, then goes up to the other side looking to pick it up. Merlot with it for the Stars to Lopez. Lopez leaves it for Goring, who skates it in. Goring sends it over to the slot. Good job by the Bombers to keep that out. Adam Jakubowski there to break up that play. Goring again with the puck. Off the boards for Merlot. And Frankfurt Arrow comes back the other way. He dumps it off to Aaron Jakubowski. Jakubowski looking to skate through. Tied up extremely well. One hand.
Oh, nice shot. One-handed turns it into a very good scoring opportunity.
Get a skater in the scorer like Jakubowski, Aaron Jakubowski, and you've got to do more than tie him up on one side.
Yeah.
And he just showed how dangerous he can be there. Good upper body strength. He managed to hold off his defender and still wrap it around with one hand.
Looks like another fairly good crowd for the Bombers tonight. So we've noticed earlier this year that the crowds are increasing, and I think that's a direct influence of having more local players on the team this year. And there's
Jakubowski with a good
great save.
Saw that 5-hole that X had opened, and he was going for it. X making a good save, but maybe just a hair slow on trying to close those pads from what he would like to have done. Langlois with a good opportunity prior to that, a nice slap shot from the point that X managed to kick away.
Yeah, the Bombers have drawn players from all over. We mentioned Trevor Linden from British Columbia, Lukáš Vepi from Slovakia. But we also got a number of local guys. Chris Marasco and Paul Eichel from Taylor, Steve Felak from Allen Park, and a lot more of the guys that are local. Eric Troop, Sam Dismuke, both from Westland. A lot of local guys, Matt Mosley, Chris, C.J. Owen.
Nice shot.
And a score.
Nice shot. Brett Stevens takes a pass from Vermistrov. Sergei Vermistrov set him up, and Stevens with an extremely nice wrist shot high. And he beats Lukau to give the Stars 2-1 lead. 14-20 gone in the first. I think this might be Stevens' first of the year.
I think
so Fisher and Vermistrov pick up the assist on the Stevens goal, and that's going to give Fisher a goal and an assist already tonight. He's definitely earning his captaincy. The Bombers back now in a one goal hole. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the first. You definitely can't give those opportunities right out front like that. They needed to tie up Dimitrov and take away his opportunity to make that pass, put somebody there in between. But you put a guy out front as a goaltender, he definitely has a 75% advantage over you that he's going to score. Senek with it now. Dumps it on there! And X playing it a little lackadaisical. Whoa! A mistake by Josh X. As he goes to just tap the puck with the stick and doesn't really get in front of it, and it burns him.
That's what coaches hammer away and hammer away and hammer away about fundamentals. Playing every shot like it could go in the net, and that's exactly what happened there. Josh X kind of only put a halfway effort on it, and it ended up right in the net. You got to play every shot just like it's the last shot of the game.
9 times out of 10 you can do that, and it's not going to hurt you with nobody coming in, but you just don't take those chances.
Nothing beats good fundamentals.
So Senek is awarded that goal, as he was the player that shot it from out at the blue line. And
again, that's another reason why it's sometimes not a bad idea just to throw the puck at the net. You never know what's going to happen.
Senek with his 4th goal now in 5 games.
And here's Aaron Jakubowski in.
Oh,
nice save
by X. Jakubowski doing a good job to push off from his defender. Good opportunity by Aaron Jakubowski, and Josh X is doing a fantastic job of stacking the pads and taking away his shot.
Defenseman did it got just enough of Aaron to take him down, and where he couldn't really make a move, wasn't able to get the puck high enough. X doing a good job of stacking the pads, as you said, and keeping the puck out of the net.
So 3:29 remain, and we have a penalty coming up to the Stars. Bombers on the power play for the next 2 minutes, looking to try to get maybe their first lead of the night. Federo, what a
score
by Frank Federo.
Frank was just dancing with the puck.
I forgot to even call the play. It was so interesting to watch him move with the puck.
He just danced around through, had Josh X moving everywhere, and then finally pulled him out of position, slipped the puck across, and bam, the Bombers are back on top.
Just 8 seconds into the power play. What a great job.
That's all set up with on the previous play with Aaron Jakubowski breaking in, drawing the hooking penalty, and although he wasn't able to score, put him on the power play. And Renton.
So Ford's got to love those. You get a guy that works that hard and he just lays it off to you, and you get the credit for the goal without even having to take the hit.
Yeah, be in the right place and just look at that wide open net and make sure you don't choke on the shot. Excellent play by Frank Federo there. Just had X like it was a ball on the end of a string and just drawing them all over the place.
An exciting play for the past 3 minutes. The Bombers have really come alive. Doing a great job controlling the puck and making moves deep in. Something like that, it's even hard to fault the goaltender. The defense has just got to take the player off the puck when he comes in like that.
You just wonder how a guy gets that much time. Of course, on a power play, the one extra skater and Federo extremely dangerous with that puck. You give him any kind of room, he's going to make you pay, and that's what he did there. There must be a reason why that young man was number 2 in scoring in the North American League last year.
Without a doubt. Definitely showing every penny of his worth here to this season as well.
And next year we'll be watching Frank in a Wayne State Warriors jersey.
Great opportunity for him to go up and play Div 1. The puck gets over the glass. We have a whistle. Face-off will come in the Star zone. Minute 48 remaining in the first, and the Bombers, if you missed it, it was just a fantastic play by Frank Federo to skate with the puck, take it into the side of the net, and dance around and turn a couple of different ways and send it out towards the pads of Josh X and Rennie Ford just waiting there to tap it in. So you got to wonder too on a play. I know that you try to get the goalies not to focus too much on one goal, but how much does a goal like X let in when Senek scored on that long shot where he just didn't play it right? That's got to get in your head a little bit. Yeah,
The Stars were starting to take over the game again. They had the momentum on their side.
Coming right back, Lopez.
And they had the momentum. They had everything going their way. Those goals, whether the players want to admit it or not, they take a little bit out of you. You're working hard. You're getting plastered all over the place and nailed into the boards. And then your goalie lets one in like that. You suffer a little bit of a breakdown, a little bit of a letdown. And as you see, the Bombers had the breakaway with Aaron Jakubowski getting in, drawing the hooking penalty, and it ends up in the net.
Federo trying to make magic happen again. Unable to do so. But Morasco with it, coming in, gets a nice shot off that X has to try to glove and comes back out. Koya Schneider keeping it in for the Bombers.
Nice play by Eric Troop there. That's the little plays, lifting the stick, the player skates past it. That's the stuff you got to do to win hockey games. 60 minutes of it.
Especially on that play. I mean, Lopez was definitely being set up with a nice pass there, and that could have burnt the Bombers real easily and reversed the momentum.
Hockey's nothing but a game of momentum shifts, and you just want to keep it going your way.
Okay, so we're going to end the first period, and after 20 minutes of play, we got the Bombers 3, Michigan Stars 2, a couple of great last-minute goals, or last final-minute goals, I should say, by the Stars, or the Bombers, to give the lead. And we're going to take an intermission, and we'll be back for the start of the second period. Okay, we're back for the start of the second period here in Brownstown, and what an exciting end to that first period, Mark.
Definitely. Frank Federo just put on a clinic in front of the net, around the corner of the net, and for the Brownstown Bombers power play goal to give them the lead. But really two different periods. Kind of a slow, choppy, big mistake for the Bombers early to get behind, but they sure came back after that long shot by Senek was haphazardly knocked into the net by Josh X. Not showing good fundamentals. The momentum shift, and it's been all Brownstown since.
So the Stars starting off the period with the goal from their captain, Dustin Fisher, less than a minute into the period. And then holding off, Brownstown managing to hold them off until halfway through the period. Chris Morasco scored his third of the year. Brett Stevens comes back for the Stars and scores at 14-20 to make it a 2-1 game. And then Senek with that goal that we just got done talking about, as well as a goal by Rennie Ford that was just a beautiful play by Frank Federo to play around with the puck, dance around a little bit, and like you were saying, as we went dead on the air, it was like right out of the Arthur Murray School.
Oh, absolutely. There were moves there that looked like the old disco movies. There were so many moves going on.
The only thing he didn't do was point to the globe ball. We got a few seconds, and it looks like they're going to wait for let the ice set up.
Yeah.
While we do, I want to remind you again of upcoming games here at the Icebox. Really, if you haven't been down to check out a Bombers home game, you need to get down here. This is exciting Junior A hockey. Saturday, November 15th, 7 p.m., these same Michigan Stars are back in town. Sunday, November 16th, 3 p.m. versus the Metro Moose from New Jersey. Friday, November 28th, 7 p.m. And then Sunday, November 30th, 3 p.m. Both those games also against the Metro Moose. And once again, because some exciting hockey coming up. New Jersey enters the week in 10 games. They're 8-1-1 with 17 points. You haven't heard the outcome of last night's game against Toledo. Detroit entering the week in second place with 13 points, 4 points behind the Moose. And they did a good job last night to outscore Michigan in overtime, 8-7. So Detroit improves their record to 7-4-1 on the season, 15 points. Meanwhile, Michigan falls a slight distant third place with 10 points. And Michigan definitely a team that has the caliber. Coach Joe Smaza has done a good job of assembling this team. Good expansion team this year. Yet they've struggled the last few games. Rough game against Toledo. And losing a key player in that game as well with Arne Gavitt. That he's surely missed in today's game.
Another nice program the Bombers have started this year is our Adopt a Bomber program, where Bomber players will skate with the local youth teams. Tonight we've got a couple, and we also have our Junior Bombers Club for youth players. We've got a couple of game day assistants down here tonight from the Trenton Pee Wee B, and that's their adopted player is C.J. Owen, who used to play in the Trenton system. So it's a lot of fun. And coaches are interested, they can contact the Bombers at the Icebox and maybe get your players down here and get a Bomber player coming to your practice to help out the kids.
Ice still a little bit wet as the play starts. We're 20 seconds into the period. No real scoring chances yet. Dustin Fisher carries it over the line. Fisher with it again, now in the corner. He comes out, the puck sticks on him. As we said, the ice still a little bit wet. DiMaggio can't get any room. He's trying to skate with the puck, and he loses it. Vermistrov with it. Good job by Nate Jakubowski to stand in front of Vermistrov's shot and not let it get through. DiMaggio with it along the board, sends it up to Senek.
Again, a sticky puck.
Ice definitely needs to set just a little bit more. The Stars now putting pressure, trying to come across. Brett Stevens was looking for his second of the night, wasn't able to get any room with it. And here come the Bombers the other way, and Beppe loses the puck, and then
again,
both players coming in, losing the puck. Referee Steve Tallman skating over to the scorekeeper's area between the two boxes. I think maybe they're going to wait a few seconds.
Yeah, that was a
little bit more.
Yeah, they've still got a problem with a couple of areas right near the blue lines. They get tore up a lot, and you get a little bit of extra water there, and it's one at each end. It seems that they're having a little bit of problems. They're going to let it harden up some.
Without doubt, if you look at the areas that do have the hard time setting, it's where the ruts were the deepest at the end of the last period, and those have to have a chance to set in order to get the ruts out of it. You got to be able to flood it. So the players are going to skate a little bit. They're going to send both teams out to skate in their own zone. We also want to remind you to stop by and check out the Brownstown Bombers website at www.brownstownbombers.com. Get all the latest up-to-date information and news on the Bombers, their stats, their schedule, and more. That's www.brownstownbombers.com.
With the ever-popular Bomber website or message board. All the players and their fans.
One of the more active
Yes.
message boards in the
Yeah,
league.
definitely one of the more active. They have a lot of fun with it.
Talk about some other movements this week in the CEHL while we have a break. 3 players released by the Toledo Ice Diggers: Dave Fitzgerald, Eric Mayhew, and Matt Zeman. You know, Fitzgerald's been up with the Ice Diggers as well. Mayhew, I don't know that he went up to the Ice Diggers. I think he may have just been outright released. Matt Zeman, I believe, is probably in the North American League somewhere else.
I believe he went to college. Matt was one of the top scorers in the CEHL in his career here, and I believe he's moved on to college.
Thomas Vakachowicz.
Yeah, we remember that name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember it now, but we only had a call that the one game, and man, did we have a rough time with that.
I think his career lasted just the one game that we had to broadcast, Larry.
I want to thank General Manager of Detroit, John Kay, for listening to us and releasing him. No, I'm joking, but that was a tough name. I'm really glad we don't have to pronounce that anymore. And Detroit re-signing Craig Colville. And then another player released this week by Brighton. They released Andrew Johnston, and they signed Per Kohutek of the Czech Republic, which he doesn't appear to be in the lineup tonight, so. Okay, looks like we're getting ready to restart the game. See if we have a little bit more success with the puck movement. Frank Federo in to take it for the Bombers, and he misses a swipe on that one, and that wasn't because of the ice, it was the puck bouncing. Langlois just dumps it in.
Now that's one way to avoid the puck sticking.
Just keep it in the air. You give him the cross stick. The Bombers with it again out at center ice, and they just dump it over the glass.
Oh, another one.
Mistake out front, and it winds up right on the stick of Veppy out front, and point blank, and Josh X has to be quick to make that save. Lopez for the Stars trying to work it in, and the Bombers doing a good job swatting it back down the ice. Aaron Jakubowski with the chance, and the puck seemed to stick on him. Good job by Federo to pick that puck up. He's skating it in, looses it in the skates. Corey Schneider with it now, back at the Bombers' blue line. Veppy doing a good job to break up that pass. And Marasco intercepts it, and he takes it back the other way. The Bombers skating down the ice hard. Marasco knocked down and into the corner. And Veppy from the side of the net.
Oh,
hard
another
shot.
net.
Tough angle, hard shot. Looks like he just caught some iron.
You can see Lukasz is becoming more and more comfortable with each shift. He may have a little trouble conversing in English and understanding things around here, but on the ice, the hockey is a universal language of what needs to be done out there, and
all he needs to know in English is I shoot puck, I score. The Bombers trying to get the play out of their own zone again. Adam Jakubowski in the corner. Marasco with it now. Marasco plays it off the boards and brings it out. And the Bombers coming back down the ice, and got a whistle behind the play as Will Kinghorn take it into the Bombers' net, and the net knocked off its mooring. Bring the face-off down onto the Bombers' side of neutral ice. Rick Gadwin to take the face-off for the Stars, and Bombers win the face-off. Uzzola just tries to knock it over the blue line, succeeds, but it comes right back the other way. Puck bouncing, and Bombers managed to pick it up Kyle DiMaggio. Can't control it. Play gets a little sloppy both ways right now along the boards, having a hard time to make those passes and try to get any sort of sustained power. Sedek with it. Sedek unable to turn the corner and try to get that shot. Now we got a 2-on-1 the other way for the Stars. And it was a good opportunity that they weren't able to capitalize on as Mike Crowley took the puck in. Shot it just a little bit high from the short side. Crowley with it again out at center ice. Unable to get possession over the blue line. Kyle DiMaggio for the Bombers plays it back. Bombers looking to try to regroup. No chance of that as the Stars put a little forecheck pressure on them. Stars looking for a line change. The Bombers try to work the puck back up. Jakubowski looking for that long pass to his brother.
Right idea, but Josh Goring stepped in front of it and broke that up.
Yeah, it was a little bit. He took a little bit too long setting it up too. It was a telegraph for sure. Still gets play.
Nice play by Paul Eichler to take away the shot.
Play happening at both ends of the ice, and both offenses having a hard time trying to really get set up for anything that's good. A little sloppy breakdown play there, and the Stars capitalize on it to tie up the game. .539 into the second period. We have a 2-2 score. And just again gets the little breakdown there, and a little sloppy play, and the puck squirts out in front.
Captain Nate Jakubowski had lost his helmet. In this league, you can't play without a helmet, so he had to stop, put his helmet back on, and almost like a temporary power play there for the Stars, and they cashed it in.
So Fisher and Vermeestrov picking up assists, and Fisher figuring in all 3 goals with a goal and 2 assists. Stevens getting the goal awarded to him. Stevens with his second of the night.
The Brownstown Bombers would like to send birthday wishes to Jake.
So the Stars managed to tie it up. 13:57 remaining in the second period.
Let's hear it for Jake.
Fisher having a great night for the Stars, as we said. He entered the game with 2 goals and 4 assists, and he managed to pick up a goal and 2 assists already tonight. Oh, Pepe with a good opportunity there, just shot it over the net. And the Stars back the other way. Lopez. Bombers able to break that up. No good opportunity there by the Stars, but they keep the pressure down low as Merlot sends it out front to Lopez in the slot, and Lopez just miscued. Jakubowski, Aaron, sends it back down the ice. Pepe giving chase. No icing, and Federo picks it up off the stick of the Bombers. Federo skating around, trying to get a little bit of room. Unable to do so, and the Stars just clear it over the blue line all the way back down the ice. Koya Schneider giving chase. Nice offside. That was a nice setup pass to Ford, but just a step off sides, and plays whistled down at the blue line.
Well, this is beginning to look like a repeat of last night's 8-7 Stars game. Maybe the team that has the puck last is going to win this one.
The Stars now trying to get it back down the ice and get some sort of possession. Nice shot there to put it right on the net. As Lukow had to be quick. Brad Leaks firing it right at the net in traffic. And Jakubowski bounces it off the boards to Ford. Ford sends it up to Marasco. Marasco sends it off to Troop. Troop loses the puck. And the Stars come right back the other way. Great job by Ford to get back and break that up as Troop plays the puck off his body.
Oh.
Good opportunity there. Marasco unable to be in the right spot, though, to be able to pick that puck up at the open side of the net.
Yeah. Defenseman Ryan Croft having a little trouble getting the puck around the referee. They try their best to get out of the way, but sometimes that puck just seems to find them and follow them around.
Stars now coming back down the other end. Good job by Nate Jakubowski as he strips the puck from Jared Frey. Bombers still unable to get it out of their zone, and Kyle DiMaggio trying to come back the other way with it, loses it along the boards. Right out front, Jared Frey, he has Lukow down.
Oh, he had all day long.
Lukow with a good job to stay with the puck, and Frey just, I don't think he got the whole handle on it that he wanted to, but he just had about a 3-second opportunity.
Yeah, he had a lot of time. He just didn't realize how much time he had. And Anthony Lukow able to come up with the save.
Gadwin for the face-off against Adam Wazzola. Wazzola comes out with the puck now. Dumps it over the blue line. Rod Johnson unable to hold it in with his glove.
Oh, another dangerous play.
X takes the puck, spins around, and sends it behind his net. Senek with it. And the Stars get it back. Wazzola, nice move by Wazzola. He gets the shot right at the net.
Senek, oh, that's how you finish.
A great job by Adam Wazzola out at the blue line.
Yes.
To play with that, to intercept that puck and then play it off the boards and turn it one time. Send it out front, and a great setup to Senek breaking in, and the Bombers get back in the lead, 4-3.
Yeah, Brian Senek was outside the blue line when Wazzola fired that pass into Eric Troop, who got the first rebound, and Senek came in behind, picked up the second rebound, had a wide open net, and he didn't miss.
So Senek with his 5th of the year in 5 games now. Even strength. There hasn't been a penalty called this period yet.
Bombers goal, his second of the game, 5th of the season, scored by number 5, Brian Senek. On assist number 18, Kyle DiMaggio. Number 6, Paul Iso.
To Paul Iso, Kyle DiMaggio get the assist. And must have been Iso along the boards. I thought it was Troop number 8 that set that up. There might be exchange.
Wazzola, well, yeah, we'll have to check.
Wazzola, I mean.
Yeah, Wazzola, the Troop, and then he might have had the wrong numbers there.
Yeah, I think there might be exchange on that goal.
Lukow
playing sharp. It's Pat Sanek. Sanzik sends it right out in front. Lukow
quick on that rebound.
Save. Stars in, try to bang in the rebound. Lukow not getting a lot of time last year with Detroit, with the Detroit Lightning. I think he played in 3 games with the Lightning. All 3 games that I saw him play in, he did an extremely good job. But it's kind of hard to gauge. You know, when you have a team like Detroit last year that overpowered their opponent so much, you don't get a good feel for the goalie's abilities. I think tonight we're seeing what Lukow can do.
Yeah, he's shown some good quickness, especially on that last rebound, and the save he made early in the first period right after that long goal. Very, very quick glove. That a rising puck got deflected a little bit, and he just snapped it right out of the air.
So 9:47 remain in the second period. The Bombers holding a 4-3 lead. It's just starting to turn into the shootout, the OK Corral. Lopez faces
I just hope we got the Earp boys on our side here.
Bombers trying to keep pressure on, and Lopez has it now for the Stars. Out to center ice. Stars getting it in. Nice opportunity by Sahelnik going to the net. He just tried to shovel a backhander that Lukau gloved off.
Well, here comes our favorite time again, Larry.
All right, free pizza time. Free pizza of the game coming in round right now. And Downriver's famous Nancy's Pizza. For Merlo now. Merlo with the puck behind the net. Merlo wraps around and tries to lift it high and sends it across the goal mouth wide. Senek along the board, swats at it, gets it over the blue line, all the ways down the ice on the Josh X. DiMaggio doing a good job to keep that in.
Oh, just bounced away from Wazzola.
Wazzola with a good opportunity there, and that puck just a little bit too much movement off his stick. Lopez trying to come back the other way. He's getting pestered. Merlo with it. Merlo has Lopez. He can't feed it through to him, though. The Bombers just managed to dump it back out to center ice. Stars did get it over the blue line. Nice play there to make that happen. Dumped all the ways down, and we're going to have an icing. So as the puck's touched up, play will come all the ways back down to the Bombers' end of the ice. Definitely an exciting game so far, even though there's been some sloppy moments. There's been some really pretty plays today. Good opportunities from both teams. And a nice, relatively clean game so far. Only a couple of penalties. I think maybe 3 or 4 penalties called so far in the first half of the game. Lukau, of course, being quick again.
Well, the Bombers are playing a couple of players short tonight as a result of game misconducts from the last game. So they're short 2 forwards, only using 3 lines and 1 extra forward. So we'll see what that effect has in the third period.
Out to the point to Rod Johnson, who fires a shot that's deflected by Frank Federo off his stick and dumped back down the ice, and Federo not quite getting to it. Face-off will be down just outside the Stars' blue line. Federo lining up again against Dustin Fisher. Fisher wins the face-off. Federo, though, gets the puck back at center ice zone and has to turn back as a couple of players get caught inside the Stars zone. Ryan Croft having trouble there, and Stars almost springing, but Federo doing a great job to pick up the puck coming back the other way. And I tell you, so far tonight, with the moves that he's made on the ice, Frank Federo's got my vote so far for #1 star.
Absolutely. Oh, another quick setup for Veppy.
Oh, and a fast shot there that I don't know that X even saw it. It went off the blocker, though. Nice save. Score remains 4-3. Right out front, Aaron Jakubowski with the chance, and he's dumped.
And another penalty.
We got a penalty coming up to the Stars for tripping. I believe it might be on Dustin Fisher.
We were talking earlier about local players. We had the 3 brothers, Jakubowski brothers from Livonia, and also Frank Federo from Livonia.
Rod Johnson is going to be going for the tripping penalty to the Stars. Bombers get their, I believe it's only their second power play of the game.
Yeah, the last one didn't last a real long time.
8 seconds.
So let's hope for the same kind of success this time.
Adam Mazzola in to take the face off, and he wins the puck. Sends it back out to the blue line. Out to the side of the net, and Veppy unable to get the quick shot off. He had to settle it. And if you can't one-time those, you're not going to have a whole lot of success scoring on those. Stars coming right back the other way. Short-handed, but doing a good job sending it out front. Great opportunity by Will Kinghorn. Did a good job to kill about 15 seconds off the penalty. Langlois just dumps it over the center ice, up to Senek, who dumps it into the bomb in Star zone. Veppy sends it back behind the net. Wazola back over to Veppy along the boards, out to Adam Jakubowski. Sends it out front, and Wazola wasn't able to tip it. He did tip it, but it went high and over the net. And Jakubowski keeps it into Veppy. Veppy to Wazola behind the net. Wazola looking for a little skating room, leaves it for Veppy. Sends it out front.
No, a little high. Langlois getting it a little bit too much.
That puck was on end as it got out to Langlois, and he was teed up ready for it.
Ooh.
Looking for that Brad Park shot from the blue line there.
A good puck movement for the Bombers on this power play.
Stars coming back the other way. It's Kinghorn. Sends it back up down the ice, and Kinghorn taking it all the ways in before he's knocked off the puck. The rest of the team went for a line change. Stars with possession now back at center ice. Merlot with it. He's got Lopez with him. Lopez has the puck now. Lopez unable to get the pass off as the Bombers did a good job coming back and taking away that pass. And Jakubowski playing Merlot extremely well, or Lopez extremely well, not letting him get the shot off the Merlot.
Don't forget you can pick up your Bomber game.
So we have an offsides.
Aaron Jakubowski breaking in just a little bit ahead of the pass.
Face off just outside the Stars blue line. 5:06 remaining in the second period, and the Bombers leading 4-3.
If you are interested, please see John Norton at the front desk.
The Stars did a good job of killing off that penalty with a couple of opportunities going the other way.
Yeah, the Bombers had some chances, but Josh X was up to the challenge there. But good puck movement, a good power play, even though they didn't score.
Good job there by the Bombers to keep it in, and it comes off Aaron Jakubowski's skate, back out to center ice, and sends it back in his own zone. Stars with it now, coming over their own blue line. Merlot dumps it off. Sahelnik with the shot. Lukow with another save. Lopez trying to dipsy-doodle himself a little bit, and he's got the puck knocked off his stick and sent all the way back down, and Marasco giving chase. Stars unable to hit their man coming over the center ice. And Nate Jakubowski fires with the puck, returns and fires the puck, and it right into the bench.
Yeah, another puck is rolling, and they have a tendency to fly when you catch them like that. As a coach over there, you always have to be alert.
Coming into today's game, Frank Federo with leading the Bombers scores with 9 points, 2 goals, 7 assists. So far, just picking up an assist tonight. He's definitely what you would call a consummate playmaker at this level.
Beautiful.
Bombers having a little bit of trouble right now trying to get it out their own zone. Out to the point. Goring just sends it into the corner, and Bombers do manage to get the puck down. They're back the other way. Troop with it. Troop just dumps it into the far corner. Rennie Ford giving chase. Ford doing a good job to stay up as his man tried to take him down. From on the boards, and Croft wasn't able to get a clean shot off, and he gets played it off the boards again. Marasco pestered out at the side. Puck always down the ice. Ryan Croft giving chase. And the Bombers, or Stars, do a good job to steal the puck. Godwell out front, off Lukow's skate, and it's almost going in. It was right on the goal line, and Lukow jumps on it with 3:01 left and holds the puck for a face-off.
That was one of those ugly plays, and nobody really has a handle on the puck, and they just keep pushing. You keep pushing it towards the net. The Stars end up with a good chance. And that, one of the things coaches always harp on, just keep pushing the puck at the net somehow, some way, get it down there. And that's what happened, and the Stars nearly cashed that one in.
The Schneider with the puck, trying to get a little bit of skating room. Manages to get it out to center ice. And Senek picks it up, and Senek's gone. He wants to get in and get some shot. Nice shot. X had to be quick there. Off the blocker, up into the air. Puck going both ways between the teams out center ice zone. Dustin Fisher with it now for the Stars. He turns, dumps it in behind the net. Bad bounce right there. It went off one of the players behind the net and bounced out to the side. Lukow had to be quick. Lukow holds it at the left side of the net.
The Bombers will make the thanks award their sponsors for the 2003-2004 season, including the sponsor of the Newsdale newspapers. Next is the season, Pictures in Motion, the official photographer for all Bomber home games. Nancy's Pizza, Norgan Properties Incorporated, John Rose, Truck, Redley Ford Incorporated. Thank you for your support throughout the season.
2:07 remain in the second. Bombers holding the 1-goal lead, 4-3. Mitchell plays it off the boards all the way down. And Jakubowski intercepts the puck at center ice and just shoots it in on X. X with another easy save, and don't think he took that one quite as lightly as he did the goal in the when it turned into a goal in the first period.
Some nights none of them are easy. No.
Duffy trying to leave a pass there for Federo, just a little bit too far behind him. Merlo over the blue line, but Lopez is just barely off. Well, the face-off with 1:24 remaining in the second period, and the Bombers leading 4-3. Face-off will be just outside the Bombers' blue line in front of the Stars bench.
It's been a good period of good up-and-down hockey, not a lot of whistles, only a couple penalties. With 2 goals being scored, 1 on each team. Just good, solid, exciting hockey.
Lopez was trying to get it behind the Bombers' net. And back the other way, we got Ford. Ford doing a nice job to pull the puck back.
Oh.
Send it over to Marasco. Marasco tried a backhander. They just didn't make it.
Second period.
Nice play by Ford, though, to take that puck and drag it backwards and get around the defenseman.
Yeah, you're talking earlier about the game being nothing but a bunch of momentum shifts, and there was a huge one right there. Seemingly just innocent play, and all of a sudden it's a great breakaway for the Bombers.
Sahelnik with a good chance carrying it in for the Stars. And wasn't able to do much with it at the side of the net. Stars did manage to keep it in at the point, but unable to get a shot off, and the Bombers with it the other way. 22 seconds now remaining. Bombers keep it in at the point. Good job by Adam Jakubowski. Sends it out front to Troop.
No.
Is trying to maybe be a little bit too fancy with the stick.
Yeah, it's not often in this league that you get a chance to stand out front with the puck, and maybe one or two too many puck handles there.
Yeah, about the third time you shift it to your forehand, it might be time to shoot.
The triple deke only works in Mighty Ducks movies.
Senek in to take the face off for the Bombers, as he's replaced now by Frank Federo. Federo against Godwell. 5 seconds left in the period. Wazolo tried to get a shot off there and wasn't able to get anything on it. And that's going to do it for the second period. 1 goal each way. A little bit of angst coming out there towards the end of the period, but 1 goal each way. And we'll head into the second intermission with the Bombers leading 4-3.
It is almost time for Chuck-a-Puck, so if you are playing Chuck-a-Puck,
8 to 12.
if you are not in your seat.
Okay, we're back for the start of the third period, and the Bombers still holding a 1-goal lead after 40 minutes, 4-3 as the team swapped goals in the second period. Stevens scoring his second of the night for the Stars, and Senek scoring his fifth of the year, second of the night for the Bombers.
Good period of hockey for the Bombers and the Stars. A lot of up and down action. Only the one penalty, maybe 2 penalties in the entire period, and just good hockey at both ends. Let's hope the Bombers can keep the intensity up and get out of this with a win.
Okay, let the ice set a little bit more before they brought the teams out, and we're still a little bit wet though. I still would like to have seen it set just a little bit more. I think it's going to see that puck sticking again. But so far on the night, Brian Senek with 2 big goals for the Stars, or sorry, for the Bombers, and Stevens with 2 big goals for the Stars. So teams have been pretty well evenly matched, I think, tonight. I think the goaltenders have played pretty evenly.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Lukow looked pretty good in his first game for the Bombers. Showing some good quickness with the glove on a couple of key saves.
One interesting thing, too, that I found out in between periods is that Lukow's breaking in a new pair of pads tonight. Yeah. I guess he went to 35 inches and from 33 inches, and that's going to make a little bit of difference in your play.
Yeah, a little bit more pad out there. Going to affect your quickness a little bit.
So we have a icing early on. Just 21 seconds into the third. Face-off to come back down to the Bomber zone. Dustin Fisher will probably go in for the face-off for the Stars. Fisher, Sahelnik, and Dimistrov out there. Actually, Stevens. Fisher, Stevens, and Dimistrov. Dimistrov with a chance, and he's still looking for his first goal of the year. Puck comes out to center ice. Nice play, sneaking in behind by Aaron Jakubowski, and Aaron was pestered the whole time though, wasn't able to do a whole lot with the puck as it rolled off his stick. Dimistrov sends a shot. Lukow with the save, and the puck just spinning there out of his reach. Good job by the defense to get in there.
That iron goaltender making a nice save there as he clanked that one off the pipe. Now, didn't look like a real dangerous shot, and got through. And then we're just sitting in the open with no one able to get to it until Nate Jakubowski cleared it for the Bombers.
One of the biggest feelings of loss of purpose on a goaltender is to be laying there in the crease and have that puck just out of your reach, spinning like that.
I'm sure it looked a lot farther away to him than it did to us.
Yeah. So we have a quick break in the action, and want to remind you that November 15th, Michigan Stars will be back at the Icebox Sports Center. That's a Saturday, 7 p.m. start. And the following day, Sunday, 3 p.m., the Metro Moose come visit. Tickets are $5 for students and seniors, $7 for adults. Pick up tickets to all the Bombers home games at the Icebox Sports Center or by calling 734-676-5500. Another stoppage in play, and faceoff will come out to center ice. Linesman Rob Peters ready to drop the puck. Morasco faces off against Lopez, and Stars get it off the faceoff. Helmick sends it over the blue line, but the Bombers right there. Send it back the other way. Coy Schneider sends it in from the center ice. Rod Johnson sends it up the boards to Rick Merlo, who loses it. Marasco gets it out front.
Just bounced over Ford's stick.
Marasco trooping forward, almost combining again out there. Another, maybe a bad decision there by the defense to just kind of slightly play that puck off behind them. Stars with a good opportunity and missing the net. Offsides. Marasco had to take the puck to his backhand for a half second and just enough to send Langlois offside.
Yeah, make that move at the blue line. You're almost always going to draw the second man in offside. But sometimes what you have to do when crossing that blue line, you always got to be aware of where it's at, where the puck is at.
Adam Mazzola lining up, take the face off for the Bombers. Face off deep in the Brownstown zone. Sorry, come out just over the blue line. Steve Hacklin for the Stars just shoots it in over the top of the net. Lukow lets it go. Bombers flip it out, get it out to center ice. DiMaggio giving chase. DiMaggio manages to pull it away.
Another good shot by Senek.
Yeah, Senek looking for the hat trick. Unable to get all the stick on it though. Senek again just sends it back to the side of the net.
You reach a lot of pucks when your arms are that long.
Adam Jakubowski skates back and forth around a couple people and fires off a high shot that Eck gloves off. So there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds gone in the third period. The Bombers holding on to that 1-goal lead, 4-3.
And some more up and down hockey as we've seen in the second period. Seems pretty evenly matched. Despite being an expansion team, Coach Joe Smaza was able to pull together a pretty good roster based on the players that he knew from his time with the Detroit Lightning. Justin Lopez, among others, along with some local players, Rick Merlo. And another good chance by the Bombers.
Couple of spots at the puck and unable to score. Well, I think, and you got to look at some of the credit there going to. I know Joe Smaza definitely knowing a lot of the players within the area very well, but also the Stars GM, Randy Matros, his time working at the high school level, coaching, knowing a lot of the Howell, Brighton area players and bringing some of those in. Stars just dump it over the blue line for Mistrov giving chase as Nate Jakubowski plays it off the boards all the ways around. Bombers get it back out to center ice. Stars just managed to knock it the other way. Mistrov swats it down at the blue line for the Stars, sends it over. The Bombers back regrouping. Long pass, a little bit too far. I think the intended target there was Trevor Linden.
Yeah, just a little bit too far for Linden.
Now bring the puck all the way back down to the left of Anthony Lukow. Once again, his first start this season in the CEHL. After Detroit finally waived him earlier this week, and he was picked up by the Bombers. Coy Schneider plays it off the boards. Puck is back out. Eric Troop with a good job knocking it down the ice and then giving chase. Ford keeps it in along the board zone. Marasco going to the front of the net. Troop unable to get it across to him.
Seeing a lot more offensive flow from the Bombers tonight.
And pass.
Passing seems a little bit sharper.
Marasco's gonna argue that, but Ford definitely knocked it down with the glove and sent it back across the troop, and as a result, it's gonna be ruled a hand pass, and the face-off will come outside of the Star zone. 14:56 remain in the game. Marasco and Lopez facing off again. No strangers to each other in the face-off circle.
Oh, another puck bouncing up over X's arm.
Bombers doing a good job of keeping it in. Troop with it at the point, send it in almost to Marasco, and Ford trying to control it along the boards. Ford sends it back into the corner. Troop loses it to Lopez. Lopez sends it up to Merlo. Merlo with a lot of skating room takes it over to blue line himself. Merlo sends it towards the net, just a little bit wide.
You know, we talked earlier about the Bombers being short a couple of forwards for this game due to suspensions for game misconducts. And, you know, it seems like whenever you're short-handed, the other players who are active step their games up a little bit, and that's kind of what we're seeing from the Bomber forwards. Each player getting a little more ice than normal. The coach goes with 3 lines instead of 4, and you can really see the intensity level here, and the passing is improved, and they're a little bit sharper. It's been a good effort so far.
And that's what you need. In order to compete game in and game out at this level, you have to have players that when they do have the opportunity for that extra ice time, they know how to make the best out of it. The Bombers definitely looking to try to get out of the basement right now, as definitely don't want to let the other top 4 teams make too much room in front of you. And once again, the losses, other than the 2 losses over the last weekend to Detroit, have been relatively close games anyway.
Right.
They could have gone almost either way. 2 games against Detroit, like you said, it was just defensive lapses on the one game that burnt them, and then a complete power shortage across the board for the game in Detroit.
Yeah, even though the Bombers currently sit in 6th place, we're not, a couple of wins away from 3rd place and right back in the playoff hunt. So it's not like the season is gone by any means. It's a little bit of a slow start, not the way they'd like to see it, but definitely in this league, you're not going to get too far behind. You just got to start playing some solid hockey like we have the last period, and everything will work out.
Stars now trying to work it out of their own zone. They're having a little bit of trouble as the Bombers doing a good job of forechecking. Kyle DiMaggio in the corner, tying up his man, Senek, banging around the boards, sends the puck back. Senek with it again, a hard shot.
Ooh.
Senek from right off the boards, a hard shot that X, a little bit high, but X doing a good job to glove it off.
Good shift for the Bombers. They're keeping the puck in the Stars zone. You know, it takes a little more energy to play defense than it does offense. And keeping the puck down there that long, a little bit harder on the Stars defensemen. Over the course of a period, that can start to wear on you a little bit. And along with that, it's taking time off the clock that they're not attacking your goaltender. So with that 1-goal lead, that's what we want to see.
Federo, Aaron Jakubowski, and Linden out there for a line for the Bombers right now. And Federo doing a good job skating around behind the net, looking for that player out front to sneak the puck to. Stars manage to clear the zone. Nate Jakubowski just fires it back down the ice. We're going to have an icing. 7 minutes and 58 seconds gone in the 3rd period. Still a low penalty game. I don't think there's been more than 4 called all night. 3 in the first, I believe, and 1 in the second. All minors.
That's been a good, clean game. Certainly not non-physical by any means, but a good, clean game. Haven't seen a lot of the hooking and grabbing. Both teams are skating hard and working the puck in.
Stars now with the chance coming back the other way as Gadwa knocked off the puck by Nate Jakubowski. Oh, the Stars score. That came from a weird angle as Mike Crowley had the puck at the side of the net, and it looked like it was knocked away by Anthony Lukow, and I'm not sure exactly where they scored from on that play.
Well, we're tied again, and 11 minutes and 38 seconds to go.
Like last night.
8:22 of the third. We'll wait for the official scoring. The Stars pull even, 4-4. An even strength goal.
Yeah, it was kind of a strange goal there. Not sure exactly how that got in. And
Jared Frey getting the goal from Crowley at 8:22. And we have a new game with slightly over 11 minutes left to play. Stars seem to have picked up a little bit of step in their skates right now after that
again,
goal.
that momentum shift.
Lukow gloving it off for the Bombers as he sprawled. He had one leg at each post. Lukow doing a good job to hold that one off, and the face-off will be to his left. The Bombers definitely need to regroup at this point. They need to get the momentum back, going the other way.
Yeah, when you get, it's a little easier sometimes. You get beat on a clean goal. All right, you know you made a mistake, and that's what happens, and you try not to do it again. But, you know, a play like that didn't look all that dangerous and somehow ends up in your net, it's a little bit harder to take.
Uzzola doing a good job to stand up in front of that puck, take it off the shin pads, and puck just squirts back over the glass, and we'll have a face-off now in the Bomber zone. So once again, just want to take an opportunity to remind you to check out the Bombers website at www.brownstownbombers.com. Get all the latest up-to-date news, game recaps, stats, schedule, and more. That's www.brownstownbombers.com. The Bombers managed to get the puck out all the way down the ice. No icing as it goes on net. Adam Jakubowski takes the puck off the board, sends it out front. Nobody there. Ryan Croft from the blue line fires it in. Adam Jakubowski breaks up that play. The Bombers trying to regroup down their own zone, sending the puck out. And Aaron Jakubowski was in his skates. He couldn't pull it out. And the Stars keep it in. Brett Stevens having a good game for the Stars, all over the ice tonight. 2 goals. He's looking for the hat trick whenever he's on the ice. Lukow just plays that one off to the side, and the Bombers have it behind the net. Adam Jakubowski sends it up to his brother Aaron. Aaron goes to send the backhand pass back blindly, and it's intercepted by Sahelnik. Takes it back down the ice for the Stars. Bombers break it up and send it back out to center ice. Justin Lopez being chased, sends the puck up, and Merlos plays it off to Johnson. Rod Johnson takes it over the blue line and just doesn't quite get it through, and it's blocked by Aaron Jakubowski. Sahelnik plays it off the boards and in. Sahelnik kicks it back up just inside the blue line. Lukow gloves that one off to stop the clock.
9 minutes to go, a tie game. Seems like we've been this way about most of the season.
Yeah, it's 9 fresh minutes. It's anybody's game at this point as who plays the best now for the final 9 minutes of the game. The Stars may be holding the slight edge with getting the last goal as well as having a slightly longer bench right now.
Yeah, again, they're waiting for the next momentum shift here.
Federo gets the face-off for the Bombers, and the Bombers get it out to center ice. Merlo trying to chase it in. Lopez going in a little too close to the crease, and something happened. He went down. Merlo with it and working along the boards. CEHL comes out with it. CEHL wraps it around for Aaron Jakubowski on the boards. Aaron squirts it out. And Frank Federo's got the puck now as he takes it over the blue line. Merlo tries to send it back the other way, and the Bombers intercept. Send it back into the Star zone again. Rod Johnson just slaps it around,
and there's
a penalty for a high stick coming up to the Stars.
Yeah, he kind of had his choice of whatever he wanted to call on that, but there was definitely some penalties going on right there.
So Josh Goring is going to go off to the pokey. He's going to sit a pair with 8:16 remaining in the game. Bombers get their third power play of the night. They're 1 for 2 so far. To only taking 8 seconds on their first power play to score.
Yes.
The line that did the damage on the first power play back out there. Ford and Federo.
Michigan penalty number 4, Josh Norman. 200 minor number speaking from the penalty line. 44 seconds.
Federo with the puck down the corner. Aaron Jakubowski skating around trying to give a little interference. Adam Jakubowski just squirted that puck in and didn't get really too much on it.
No, I think he was expecting the winger to come off the boards and make a whoa. A little dangerous being an off-ice official at times as well. That puck sailing right over our penalty box keepers. Yeah, it looked like Adam was trying to just lay the puck out, expecting Frank Federo to make the break across the center, and then just a little miscommunication, and it ended up looking like a soft pass to the opposing defenseman.
There's 1:34 remaining in the power play. Frank Federo lines up to take the face-off against Ricky Adwa. Federo gets the face-off. Bombers have it now. Adam Jakubowski skating it out. Sends it just a little bit too hard to brother Aaron, but it did go on net. X makes the save, and the Stars clear it down the ice to eat a few more seconds off the clock. Federo with it now coming out of his own zone and winds up getting a stick rubbed across his face for his efforts and sends it to the side of the net. Winds up going behind, and Bombers keeping it in now at the point. Federo trying to work it along the boards. He comes out with a little bit of room, sends it in, and Ford just unable to find the puck. And the Stars send it back down the ice. Lukow holds up, leaves it for Langlois. Langlois plays it with Englum coming in on him, and he holds off Englum. Gives Adam Jakubowski a chance to play it up, and there's 27 seconds remaining in the power play. Englum doing a good job for the Stars of forechecking, very aggressive. The Bombers coming the other way. Wazzola leaves it for Senek. Senek looking for that hat trick. He sends it to the side of the net. Saved by X. Senek with the puck again. Turns in the circle. Can't get it through. Another opportunity. Sends it behind the net to Vepley. Stars back to full strength now. 6:10 remaining in the third. Stars banging off the boards down the ice. CEHL touches up, and we'll have a face-off with exactly 6 minutes remaining in the game.
Well, no goal on that power play, but again, some good puck movement, some dangerous chances. It's just a matter of cashing those in. You know, you get enough opportunities like that, the Bombers are going to score. So that's what we want to see. The puck down in the end. Veppy, Senek, and Wazzola making a nice play in that area, as well as the Federo, Ford, and Aaron Jakubowski.
Ford working hard behind the net comes out with the puck. Good job by Goring to tie him up. And the Stars try coming back the other way. Rod Johnson trying to play the puck without a stick.
Yeah, the Stars nearly caught with too many men. There's on the line change, a player alertly jumping back on the bench as the puck came near him.
Fisher trying to make something happen down there for the Stars, and Bombers break it up. Marasco comes right back the other way. Loses it though. Sergei Vimistrov with the puck as he comes over the blue line. Nothing happens, and the Bombers back the other way as Nate Jakubowski takes it in himself. To Marasco. Nice shot by Adam Jakubowski. X comes up with the save. And a long lead pass. Dimitrov picks it up. And Kyle DiMaggio, he sends a long one. He's trying to spring Aaron Jakubowski, who just couldn't handle it. Right back the other way, come the Stars, Rick Merlo. Merlo miscues.
One end to the other, just continuing to go.
This is where it gets really dangerous out there. Lukow doing his best, and Lukow holds it off. Pulls it underneath him and holds on for the faceoff with 4:20 remaining in the third.
Yeah, good save by Anthony Lukow and covering the puck. Get the Bombers out of trouble there. Some good up and down action. Teams exchanging scoring chances.
Both teams looking to snap losing streaks right now. The Stars having not won in 3 games, 0-2-1. And the Bombers losing their last 2 after winning in Toledo. Stars fire it from the point. Wide of the net. Lopez just banks it. It goes off Lukow skating in, and Lopez is going to get the goal.
Not a good goal.
No, not at all. Not at all. And that one, nobody's going to be harder on Anthony Lukow than Anthony Lukow right now after that one. He just wasn't able to really foul the puck well, and Lopez doing a good job of banking it at the net. And took his chances with it, and that's exactly what happened. It went off the pads, or the skate of Lukow and in.
Well, the Bombers have 4 minutes and 11 seconds to try to get it back.
So Lopez scores his 3rd of the year for the Stars to put them in front.
Goal scored by number 22, Justin Lopez. Goal is unassisted at 15:49
An assisted goal. Veppy taking it to the net. Oh! Aaron Jakubowski going to the net no matter what. Veppy sends the puck out front. Aaron couldn't quite get his stick on it. Winds up in the net himself. .355 remain. And the Stars holding the 1-goal lead now, 5-4 with 2 goals this period. Faceoff will come outside the Stars' blue line. Ford, Jakubowski, and Veppy out there on the line for the Bombers. Veppy doing a good job with the physical play as well.
Yeah.
Gadwa trying to skate it for the Stars. He loses it to Jakubowski, who sends it to Veppy. Veppy trying to play it off the stick and do some European magic as he tries to work it in. And puck winds up behind the net. Rod Johnson for the Stars just plays it off the glass. All the way down. Langlois giving chase. Mike Crowley after him. Clay Schneider unable to play that. And the Stars come right back with it. Gadwa again. 3:05 remain. Frank Federo now for the Bombers coming out. Plays it to Eric Troop. Eric Troop doing a good job pulling that puck from slightly behind them. Bouncing puck on X, and he does a good job to play it. Leaves it for Johnson, who fires it off the boards, but can't get it out. Crawley stepping in. Crawley with a hard shot in the pad, saved by X. Adam Jakubowski just dumps it in as the Bombers have to come outside the blue line and touch up. Troop gives chase. Troop manages to hold it in. Sergei Vermistrov now with it. He sends it to Dustin Fisher. Fisher back to Vermistrov. Vermistrov fires it high. I think Lukow got a little bit on that, managed to deflect it over the net. Vermistrov again. Vermistrov with Fisher. He's trying to drag him. And good job there on the Bombers' defense to take away that pass. And then when the pass did try to come across, to deflect it away. That could have been dangerous. Ford with it. Ford back in his own zone. Leaves it along the boards. Bombers can't touch it up, and it's in on Lukow. Lukow's going to glove it off. The referee wants him to play it. Lopez, looked like Lopez going a little bit too close to the goalie, and as he was gloving the puck, and Adam Jakubowski taking him down. A minute 39 remains.
The clock definitely working against the Bombers here. There's some good up and down action, chances at both ends, but the clock hasn't stopped, and time is running out on the Bombers. We need one, and they need one now.
2 unanswered goals this period so far by the Stars that put them in front, 5-4. The Bombers managed to keep that one from getting through, and Kyle DiMaggio takes one off the shoulders. Lopez with it. Lopez with a hard shot gloved off by Lukow. Minute 18 remain. Bombers need to do more than just play defensively in their own zone and keep the puck away from the goalie. They need to actually get some offense going now.
Yeah.
They've had some opportunities early on this period, but nothing of any real substance here in the final 6-7 minutes. And a long shot. Lukow, I think there might be some traffic in front. Didn't seem to see it.
Looked like it was deflected in front.
Side. And the Stars take a 6-4 lead with a minute 16 remaining. 18:44 the time of that goal. Still time, but that hurts. When you let the momentum get away from you and you let them score 2 goals, that's one thing. When you let them score a 3rd goal this late in the game, that hurts emotionally, and you feel about 10 minutes more tired than what you really are when that happens.
Yep.
So Merlo gets his 5th goal of the year for the Stars from Lopez and Steve Hackman at 18:44. Nick Jakubowski for the Bombers plays it out. Can't get it out to anybody at center ice though. Chris Marasco has to skate back with it. He loses it. Oh, and a good job though by Lukow to stay with it. As first Sahelnik had a chance, and then Lopez.
Yeah, the Bombers doing everything to try to make something happen, and that's when you start making errors, and that's what happened there at turnover.
When you have to gamble and try to make those long passes, they can burn you.
When you're down 2 goals with under a minute, you've got to do everything you can.
30 seconds remain. Lukow still in the net. Bombers unable to get any sort of sustained pressure in the Star zone right now. Unable to control the puck down there, and as a result, Lukow doesn't look like he's going to get out of the net. 14 seconds remain, and we have an offsides. So that's going to just about do it tonight. Not too much you can do in 14 seconds. Maybe you can get 1 goal. Stevens, the hot hand, though, for the Stars tonight with a pair of goals. Vermistrov doing a good job with 3 assists. And 5 seconds left. Stars just looking to run the clock down now. And that's going to do it as the final buzzer sounds. 3 unanswered goals in the third period. Jared Frey, Justin Lopez, and Rick Merlo all score for the Stars. And we got a little bit of a ruckus there. Rob Peters in, yanking Mike Crowley out of the way. It's a relatively clean game. Ends with a little bit of confrontation. Frustration sets in, obviously, when you get tired and your visiting team comes back and scores like that on you. A tough win, a tough loss for the Bombers. A big win for the Stars tonight as they pick up 2 on the road. And that's going to do it for us from the Icebox Sports Center in Brownstown, Michigan. This is Larry Nader with Mark McKenzie. Hoping to see you at a nice upcoming
Bombers game
at the Icebox soon. And on that note, I think it's time to leave.